AZNow.biz took a trip to the Heard Museum in Central Phoenix, where we met up with local artist and printmaker Jacob Metters. Metters spoke with us about his unique art on display in the museum, choosing art as a career, and viewing art as a business.
The work I have is a book that I made. It's a hand-bound book. It's a German long stitch, and it's based off of Maidu stories. What I've done is I've taken some of the Maidu stories that were translated, so then I started playing with this idea of only giving parts of the story and redirecting the focus of the story to a character that's more of a minor character in the story to kind of redirect the viewer into maybe falsely thinking the story is more about birds. So what I did is take all the little birds in the story and started changing the way you see the story or read the story. It's very selective about what I share. And I think as a culture, as a society, I'm more conscious of how we're bringing in our information, what's being shared, what's not being shared, and how we might be manipulated by different information. Even if you don't become an artist, art is important to everybody because it helps you expand that part of your brain, that very creative part of your brain, that abstract thought. If we want to just do math, we want to do science, we're doing all these things, it's not only being really smart in those fields, but also being creative. And it's good to be balanced in your way of thinking and your way of developing. And I think art is a huge part of developing the mind. Yeah, well, art is a business, and I think people a lot of times talk to you as an artist and they're not part of that art scene. They think that all you do is spend time in the studio, but there's so much more involved, and there's so much more social interaction and dealing with people who can do different things, documenting your work and getting it out there and getting people to see it and explaining it, talking to people about it. And for me, it's a lot of my work. I have a lot of research involved too. I think every day you find something that inspires you. There's artists behind a lot of things that we're engaging with, that we're, as consumers, buying, that we're interacting with, and there's art behind a lot of ways that we're thinking.